Welcome back. Still tuned into the show. Let's just quickly check in on the markets. 99.76, and you've got the broader end of the unit markets as well, holding out quite firmly. So in the green across the board, and you've got the Sensex up about 285 points. Strength being seen on the Nifty 500 in the likes of BHEL, very active. KRBL, you've got MMTC, Minda Corp, as well as Hindustan Copper that are flexing their muscles. But what has been the impact of the lockdown on some of the mid-sized banks? Let's find out. MS Mableshwara, he's the MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank, joining in on the phone line. Good to have you on board. It's a tough time, no doubt, for everyone. Tell us how Karnataka Bank has dealt with the lockdown now. What has been the impact on your overall operations, and where do things stand today?
Hello. Madam, I didn't get your question.
Mr. Mableshwara, hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me? I'm asking, what has been the impact of the lockdown on your operations, and where do things stand now?
Yeah, lockdown operation would be seen during this quarter onwards. That is during the last quarter, that is the Q4 of FY20. Our operating profit went up by 20.76%. And in almost all the areas, the performance was on the expected level, as the provision coverage ratio has also further improved to 64.70%. Going forward, during the Q1 and Q2, the immediate impact will not be there because of the RBI-related moratorium. And most probably Q3 and Q4, there would be stress. That has to be tackled right now. So all the bankers are making efforts in those directions, and Karnataka Bank is also not an exception for that.
So, Mr. Mableshwara, what's been the, how many customers rather, or how much of your loan book has taken, or opted for the moratorium, since you spoke about that, and, since you've spoken about the stress on the books that could come up, how much of the book has taken a moratorium?
We had extended this moratorium facility to all our customers, and so far about 46% of the loan value, they have opted for the moratorium facility. So going forward, this number may increase or may stabilize at that level, because the impact of this lockdown relaxation and the resultant revival of the economy is being keenly watched. So I think June and this July numbers will indicate in which direction this number will be moving.
Fair enough. What about the outlook on credit growth going forward?
Yeah, credit growth, what I said is for the current quarter, we will not be aiming much in that front, except for a few of the gold loans, agricultural loans, and MSME advances. Because under the government's credit guarantee scheme, MSME is the preferred sector, and all of us are focusing more on extending that type of credit facility. So in the meantime, there would be some degrowth in the corporate sector. So I am expecting some decent growth in the retail and mid-corporates, and declined growth in the corporate. That is what has happened during the Q4 of 2020 also. So that trend may continue during the Q1. And going forward, we will have to see which are all the areas that would bounce back in a robust way. So accordingly, we will be modifying our strategy in the growth area. But I am expecting a very reasonable, decent, moderate growth, not an aggressive credit growth for this entire year. It all depends on what type of stimulus package that Government of India and the regulator comes out, and to what extent the economy would revive, because all banks are now surplus with the funds, so liquidity is not an issue. So as and when the growth economy revives, definitely the credit growth would also bounce back. But this is likely to happen during the H2 of the current financial year.
All right. Mr. Mableshwara, due to paucity of time, I'm just going to roll in two questions into one. First is your outlook, your assessment of credit quality right now, and secondly, a view from you on the housing finance guidelines that were released yesterday.
Yeah, credit quality will not suffer, and it will be on the expected line for the next 2 quarters because of the moratorium related aspects. So credit quality would continue and it will not further deteriorate. And regarding the housing finance, yes, this is a long pending issue and it is the right direction, and it will further help in furthering the regulatory related aspects of these housing finance companies. So as a banker, definitely it is a welcome move, and it will help us in somewhat structured financing to this particular sector going forward. And madam, you may be aware that we have already come out with a special COVID-19 pandemic insurance product, which is a group insurance product, and all our ETB and LTB customers, that is the existing to bank as well as the new to bank customers, they are eligible if they are in the age group of 18 to 65. The beauty of this particular scheme is that the insurance premium, the all inclusive insurance premium is just 399 rupees, and they are eligible for hospital expenses cover of up to rupees 3 lakh, or treatment as outpatient at rupees 3,000, or rupees 1,000 per day for 14 days.
All right, thank you for sharing with us the outlook on the company as well as what has been the impact of the bank. On that note, we'll slip into a quick break with news that were at 99.77 on the index.